I'm here in Medjugorje, and I'm with, what's your name?
Martin.
Where are you from?
I'm from Galway, west of Ireland.
West of Ireland.
Mm.
And I learned today you say you go to the north, means Northern Ireland, no?
No, I go to Northern Ireland. Yeah,
to work there as well? Or?
I've gone up there quite a lot recently because I suppose I find that the faith is on fire up there. I think I find the men up there inspirational in their faith. Men coming back to their faith. Maybe men that weren't always in their faith. And I suppose in the south we've lost so much of our religion. And I'm trying to find my way back myself, so I find they're a motivation. They're kind of loud and proud. They have no shame in having the rosary beads. They have no shame at being in public on their knees saying the rosary. And if I looked for one gift in Medjugorje, it would be that I would be given the courage to be like them, because they've been through so much, and yet their faith is so strong. Now they might have stumbled in it, but it's like something I watched on one of your videos last week. I was trying to explain to my wife why I went to the north. It's hard to explain to somebody, and one of your videos last week was a man from Derry who lives out in Donegal, and I was watching it and I asked my wife to come into the sitting room and watch this, where a hand had come out of the TV during the Late Late Show and grabbed him by the collar, telling him to come to Medjugorje. And I was saying, that's why I go to the north, because there is a chance that those moments are out there, and that would be the reason for that kind of inspiration or that kind of connection with the Mother or God or whatever, you know, yeah.
Most
So,
of them, Our
yeah,
Lady, God
yeah,
the Father, Jesus.
Yeah, so I suppose we're all kind of struggling, and yeah, you're looking for those moments. Yeah.
And you said there's a prophecy.
Well, I went to another Robert. He had a video up where he had come to Medjugorje, a great man, Robert, where he had come to Medjugorje, and the Blessed Mother had asked for him to fill a church with 500 men. Now, it seems impossible in Ireland. You think you wouldn't get 500 men to do anything. So I went on that, not knowing what I was doing, and it blew my mind, because not alone did he get 500, he filled a massive church in Derry with approximately 1,000 men. And when you see 1,000 men on their knees in adoration, like, you have to be moved. And there's a moment in it I'll never forget. The priest or deacon started to say the Ave Maria, and it was as if the 1,000 men were trained. Everyone started to sing in unison, and I even surprised myself, because I didn't even think I knew the Ave Maria, but somehow or other I knew it, and everyone knew it, and they sang it, and I swear to God, it was so powerful. It was beautiful. It raised the roof off that Long Tower Church in Derry. Yeah, so.
I mean, isn't it a bit in us, man? We want to be knights.
Yeah.
We are knights of Our Lady in the third. Warriors. We are meant to be warriors, no?
Yeah, yeah.
In a certain way.
In a certain way, yeah. Well, yeah.
It's our nature.
It's our nature.
It's got a bit lost now.
It has got lost. I think if the men could find our way back, the rest would follow.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful. And how many times have you been in Medjugorje?
This is my first time. I'm here 2 days.
2 days. And how's the first impression?
Yeah. The first impression. Our Mother is here. You can feel it. You can see it in the kids. I went to Mostar, to the Stations of the Cross, just back, and.
In Mostar?
In Mostar, there's a mountain that you climb that the
where
station.
The crosses.
Yeah, with cross. There were the big cross.
Up there. Okay, yeah.
and there's the Stations of the Cross,
Okay,
and the
I
cross
didn't
is
know.
up, and we done
Yeah.
the Stations of the Cross
Mm-hmm.
from the point of view of the mother,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so
Moving.
it's so moving. Oh, like when you, like as a parent, you do anything for your children, and you hear the mother struggling, watching her son suffer, and it's so inspirational and so emotional as well.
Yes.
But as we were coming back down, I was watching little teenage girls going up the hill, and it's quite a hike. And I think they're talking to themselves, and then we get closer, and you realise they're actually saying the rosary. They're little teenage girls, and you know that's.
Where do we see that in the West? In
Where would we
Germany,
see it?
in
No,
Ireland,
no,
Spain,
we don't see
where
it.
the
They'd be
Czech
embarrassed.
Republic.
They'd be embarrassed.
Yes.
So it's definitely here. Our guide,
Mm-hmm.
she's unbelievable. You can tell she's not. It's not because she's doing a job. It's coming from her heart. She means everything she's saying. She starts prayers. And it's not put on for us tourists. It's like she means every word she's saying. It's and everyone you meet, and everyone that's here, and there's a bus. I joined a group there from JW Tours, and they're all in their faith. Some from all their lives, others like myself, new or newer, but and so willing to help each other as well and share little stories. And it's funny as it goes on each day, you end up talking to somebody, and you hear a story or you share a story, and you get something back that you actually needed. You know, a little nugget, and it's only 2 days in, and please God, I have a few more to go. So, yeah.
But you said you got this special rosary here.
Yeah, well.
Can you show that rosary? It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
well, it's.
And the story about that rosary is beautiful.
Well, I was doing a job this week 2 years ago, and I was actually doing demolition in a home in where I come from. And as I was knocking walls on Good Friday, the family were saying the rosary, and one of the daughters came to the side where I was working and shared the details, I suppose, of the passion of our Lord Jesus Christ, and what literally he suffered down to like the smallest details. And I suppose that was definitely one of the moments, because it went through me as she spoke, and eventually later in that project she gave me these rosary beads, and it's brilliant because the stations are the lesson of the rosary are on it, and it helped me. I learned the rosary from it, and from there I suppose that's the reason I'm probably here. You know, little by little, Mother Mary kind of
captures your heart.
She drags you along. She drags you along with your willing or not.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like a mother, no?
Yeah,
Come on,
like
boy,
exactly like a mother. She's like a mother. Yeah, she's waiting patiently for you to see what she's trying to say to you. So, no, that's pretty
beautiful.
Yeah.
And how is it for you not to pray the rosary?
It's wonderful. I probably prayed better on my own than in groups, but if I don't say the rosary, if I miss a day, it's like I've missed my dinner. I know it's not complete. So I got in the habit of saying it as I drive to work. So I suppose I have a slot of time to drive, and I use that to say the rosary, and I use it other times as well. But
and what do you gain from the prayer? How is it for you to pray that?
Okay. Well, it's like it's like you've been a bold child, and the mother is waiting for you to come back in, and by praying the rosary, you're getting in our good books again. So, and honest to goodness, you want to be in your mother's good books, and let's face it, like old or young, you know, you want to be in your mother's good books. So, and my own mum was had a powerful faith, unbelievable faith. Yeah, I think that.
To you?
Yeah, because as a child I was very very religious. I prayed a lot, but like everything, you lose it along the way. Life takes over and kind of knocks you about, and you lose your faith. You get too busy in the world. Yeah, so
happened to me.
It happens to everybody. Yeah, but even saying that, and I'm not young, and sometimes I question why did I wait so long to get back into it. But when you're out of your faith for a long time, it's all the sweeter when you come back. It's like a Good Friday fasting. When you taste your dinner after doing a fast, it's all the sweeter. So it's the same with going back to your faith. It's the
conscious process. You take a decision this time. Before it was taught, and now it's
now what when you say, let's say for example, you say the Hail Mary, and when I'm doing it properly and doing it, if you can drop into your heart and say it as if you're saying it to your mother, like each word, it's completely different gravy. It's not like she's there, but you feel like you're lifted up, and she might stoop down a little bit to meet you, or probably a lot, but you feel it's so much more powerful. Yeah.
Beautiful. And you go to confession?
Would you believe it, Tom? I was on my way to confession when I met you. You've interrupted. I've had three.
Sorry,
no problem. This I have to find Father Leopold, the priest.
Father Leon.
Leon, thank you. No, there's a little priest here.
Yeah, Leopold, the statue.
The statue.
Yeah.
Pray to him, and then the priest will show up, because this is my third attempt to go to confession, and it hasn't happened yet. So, but I'm not beating myself up. I'm going to go to Leopold and let him show me a priest.
The third time, it sounds like when Jesus asked you, "Do you love me?"
Yeah.
3 times he asked you now, "Do you love me?"
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Confession is that, "Do you love me?" No, in a
Yeah.
certain way. He asked us to come to him back into his armed friendship. No.
Yeah. Well, even the first time I had confession in Ireland, when I came back, when I was trying to say the rosary, it took me several attempts to get there.
To the confession.
Yeah. And I was getting very, very frustrated, because I felt like I wasn't getting. I was asking for help. Like, surely a priest will show up, someone will guide me. And I ended up going to knock, and I found the most compassionate old, the withered hands of an old man who was fabulous. 30-something years of
priesthood.
Well, no confession.
For you, not no. Yeah.
There was a lot to
talk about.
Yeah, well, there was a lot to talk about, and of course I probably forgot half it. But he gave me absolution one way or the other. But
how was that?
It was brilliant, because there's so much you have to unload, and another thing I suppose I've realised as well is things we took for granted, or things that we did that we didn't even maybe fully comprehend that they were against God. Do you know, because you didn't do something, okay, I didn't do anything, but maybe you didn't do the right thing either. So, and every day I find as well, you're learning another little bit. She's opening another little door of your mind or your heart, so you get deeper into it. You know, you walk past the person that's homeless. One time you might have given the €2 or whatever. But now if you actually walk past, you feel guilty. Yeah, so you got to see God in everybody, and before you waltz past and come up with some excuse to justify that, well, they are there because of choice. But no, yeah, it's no, and the problem is, the more you know, the more difficult it is, because now that you know, you can't unknow. Ignorance was bliss.
Yeah, that's it.
And
But what would you tell people? You made the experience as well, 20 years, 30 years, not of confession. If somebody's scared to go, and what will the priest think of me? What would you tell them as an advice out of your experience now?
Out of my experience, you have nothing to be ashamed of, because regardless of what you've done, they've heard it 100 times, and probably they're more delighted to hear a full confession from somebody that has sinned than hearing mundane stories from someone that's pious. And because when you have something genuine,
it's honest, it's authentic. As Jesus said, one true-heartedly repentant person delights the Father more than
I can imagine.
The Bible like that,
well, as a priest, they have to be ecstatic. I'm doing my job. Yeah. I've just pulled another one to you, Mary. Yeah. So I'm doing my job.
Jesus.
Yeah, to Mary. Jesus. Well, it's all the same, same direction. Yeah. But they're fully doing their job, and they're in their element. I'd imagine they're delighted. Yes. It's like they're just giving you a gift. Yeah. Gift
you
that
confirm their vocation if somebody comes like you.
Yeah.
It's like,
and I think there's another lovely thing as well in the confessional. Last time I went, the priest asked me to pray for him, and it was like you could give something back to him, because he's giving you a gift, so you could actually return it, because their struggle has to be difficult. I only realise it now that it has to be really difficult. So delighted to be able to return something to them. So yeah.
Beautiful. And a lot of people think God the Father is an angry old man with a white beard.
Yeah.
And he wants to judge us and put us to hell. And it's not like that.
No, it's not.
How is he?
No, he's not like that. I find my approach is I have to talk to Mary, to talk to Jesus, to talk to the Father. It's like, maybe I'm not quite...
You feel more safe.
Yeah, it's like, she'll walk with you. And,
like a mother.
Yeah, like a mother,
to the Father, who's a bit more strict.
A bit more strict, yeah. Yeah, so probably maybe a little bit of fear of him, because his standards are quite high. Yeah. So we mightn't be quite there yet.
But he's forgiving.
He's forgiving.
He's not so judgmental and waiting to put you to hell. It's not.
Yeah,
like that.
I'd prefer to be.
Love.
He's love. Yeah, I prefer to be aware, and then rather than being ignorant, and that bliss is delusional. You're better off knowing the reality. Yeah. So.
Beautiful. And how long are you married?
God, my poor missus. I just share a little story from one of your videos. Yeah. I was trying to explain to my good wife why I went to Derry, or why I went to Belfast last weekend, and you had a guy on from Derry living in Donegal, and he was telling the story of listening to the Late Late Show, and a hand come out of the TV, grabbed him by the scruff of the neck, and told him to go to Medjugorje. And I was saying, that's why I'm going to Medjugorje, that's why I'm going to Belfast, that's why I go to Derry, to get that hand, drag me along, because you couldn't explain it to somebody. Yeah. Like if you try to explain that to some, you'd be locked up, because it's like it defies logic, and we're in our heads full time. So like those, and he came to Medjugorje -17. So thumbs up to that guy, because he's an inspiration to many as well. So yeah, that's
beautiful. And so your wife brought you to Medjugorje?
No, I came by myself. Yeah, I came by myself.
But how you got the idea then? How did the idea to get here?
I've been asking, I suppose, I didn't know what to do, so I was asking, should I do the Camino, should I do Medjugorje, and everything I think eventually shows up when you need it. So I just made a decision in January, and I made a phone call to travel agents, and I just booked it. You know, so
Beautiful.
yeah.
And you said you came back after a long time to your faith. Was there a pivotal moment where you said,
There was,
so like a reborn in the spirit, something or something?
I think it was just well,
suffering.
the
rosary. This rosary.
The rosary beads, I think, definitely.
That's the wonder of God Friday in a certain way.
I think once I started praying the rosary, you kind of get a hunger for more.
Yeah.
You know, you start to understand it deeper. You get a hunger for more, and the more you learn, the more essential you realize it is. You know that we're here only for a short time, and someone described it last week to me as like a rope that's infinite, but the start of the rope is marked in red, and the red is your life, and the infinite is afterlife, and what you do in this determines where you go in that. So there's a good bit of my rope over, so I better get, if I want that sorted, I better get my act together. And
beautiful what you said.
Yeah, well.
And there was something else I wanted to ask, something very nice. But look, a lot of people look for vocation here. How did you find your wife? Because a lot of people ask, I want to have a Christian partner or a partner. How happened it to you?
My wife, I don't know, did she save me or did I save her?
Good. Together maybe.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe, well, I suppose one of the things I pray for is, I pray for my son, I pray for my wife. You know, I suppose we all find things that my wife and my son are both very good people, independent of religion, but they're just good nature. But we all probably find it when we need it, a deeper faith. So yeah. Beautiful.
And you know, you start 2 years ago. You got the rosary on God Friday.
On this, well, not exactly this week, but probably the process started on this week. Yeah.
And also, I want to say there, you know, you knock down walls in the house.
I was
it's like maybe spiritually knocking down walls.
Yeah.
Physically visible.
Yeah.
And they gave you back the rosary.
Yeah.
It's an interaction always.
It's probably, yeah.
But did your marriage life, your family life change when you start praying the rosary? Did something happen?
Nothing significant. Well, probably they don't. This wouldn't be me normally, so it's probably an adjustment for them also, because I lived in the world and that was my life, and it's a transformation that I've probably gone through maybe. Well, I was going to say privately, but that's over now, thanks Tom.
Not bad, yeah.
But yeah.
That's what you want to say.
Yeah, that's it. So, and the other thing is, I said it in something recently, it's time to stand your ground. So it's time, more like those northern men who are proud and loud and are not ashamed of their faith, to stand up and be counted. You know, because we're living in a world that's insane and seems to be heading in a direction that I definitely don't want to be part of. So
that's right. We have to stand up. And
we have to. Yeah.
It's an illusion that it's so powerful. The darkness. It is.
It's not.
It's not. I want to say.
It's
an illusion.
I heard something beautiful recently from a priest from Limerick. The battle is already won.
Yeah. We know
the
story from the end.
Yeah, it's already won.
Our Lady will triumph.
He's wasting his time, but.
And maybe to help her triumph, what would you tell people? Why should they come one time to Medjugorje after your first impression? You know.
It's difficult to describe. I'd ask anyone to come because it's definitely a special place. You can feel her presence here. You can see it in the people. You can see it in the young people. You can see it in everybody. They have a powerful faith, something it's there at home, but we've probably lost it, you know, but it's not dead, it's just dormant.
Yes.
And
Here you can get
Yeah.
a life,
you can get a life.
a booster shot of faith.
If you come here, she'll find, well, she knows you're here, she'll put people in your path that'll be of help, that'll take you the next step. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And what do you think? I got a new slogan. A testimony a day keeps the devil away.
Perfect. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that.
And
interview.
you, because you're an inspiration to loads of people, and God bless you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.